Welcome back, pilots, to Squadrons Update. This week we've been able to learn about some new tidbits of information regarding a little more about how fleet battles will work, more specifically on the types of roles capital ships will play in that mode. Along with this, some more offline news, as well as some pretty big news for console players who are hoping to play Squadrons in their HOTAS setup. Lastly, we'll also be taking a look at all the currently known Imperial Customization and outfit options available in the game, which, surprise surprise, there's a lot more there than you may have initially realized. As always, we'll be covering all of this and more in today's video. And before we get into any of that, but a quick reminder, as if you do like these type of videos, then do remember to give it a like to show your support for not only this update series, but also the content within it. With that out of the way, let's get into it. Alright, so let's first talk about the big main mode of the game, Fleet Battles, and some of the new details that we've been able to get for it. Since the reveal of Squadrons at EA Play, it seems at this point we know quite a lot about this mode already, and with the recent news of it sharing some similarities with MOBA type games, then suffice to say it's turning out to become the most exciting part of the entire game. However, as it has been recently revealed, there seems to be more to capital and flagships in the fleet battles than meets the eye. We of course know that while they will be the main objectives to either defend or destroy in the mode, as well of course being able to defend themselves with anti-starfighter cannons, it now seems that they'll be able to serve yet another cool purpose nested within the gameplay, and that is by actually helping resupply your starfighter. This originally came as a result from a question directed at Jay Ingram on how resource management will work in Squadrons. Jay responded that while the resources like shields, for example, will recharge or have a cooldown, other resources like munitions will have limited usage. So players will have to be resupplied throughout the match by allied support, capital, and flagships. Now, it's unclear at this time if we'll be forced to dock into the hangars of the capital and flagships in order to be resupplied, as that of course would be the most realistic way of doing things. But either way, this still sounds like a neat way of having the larger ships and fleet battles get more of a dynamic role within the gameplay. And I'm always down for that. This in turn will only make the mode more lively, and that's a benefit in my eyes. Next, Jay was also asked about team advantages, and how players will exactly know when it's safe to push forward together as a team in fleet battles. In his response, he stated that there will be several visual and audio clues for this, including from the user interface, voiceovers, and even your AI starfighter teammates moving towards the next objective. So no matter how you play, even with the user interface all turned off, then you'll always be able to tell which phase you're on. As for offline news, for some time now, I felt that there has been a little bit of confusion on what will for sure be available to play offline or not in Squadrons. While it wasn't completely clear at first, we did soon find out that yes, fleet battles will be available to be played in both online and offline. But dogfights on the other hand, not so much. At least until recently, with Jay coming out and confirming that no, dogfights will be an online-only mode. As for why, I can kind of somewhat understand it. Dogfights is a 5v5 mode with no capital ships or AI, just starfighters against starfighters, with there being no other objectives in the mode other than simply team deathmatch. In Motive's eyes, this mode is all about skill and showcasing it against the other human pilots. If Dogfights was made available as an offline mode, it would just be you playing against nothing but AI in a small skirmish. And judging how they weren't comfortable in making dogfights with AI only, then I can just imagine the AI in dogfights wouldn't be that good or fun to play against. It seems to me that the AI needs an objective to play in Squadrons, and that's why it works in the campaign and fleet battles only. That said, could Motive make dogfights playable with AI only too? Yeah, of course they can, but they probably weren't happy with the final result, and decided to make it an online-only mode, and I'm sure they have their reasons for that. But at the same time, I'm also sure that there are people who won't be happy about this news as well. Then again, that's just me speculating potentially on why Motive went with this particular decision. Personally, I would have preferred that they made Dogfights offline too, and yeah, who knows, maybe they eventually will sometime later on if the community keeps asking for it. We've seen that be the case many times before in Battlefront 2, so why not in Squadrons 2? And while on that note, another thing that seems like it will be missing at launch, but may potentially get added in later on, is HOTAS support for consoles. When asked about it, Jay affirmed that unfortunately no, there will not be any HOTAS support for consoles at launch, as HOTAS so far is only confirmed to be for the PC version. However, that said, he will flag it to the dev team and there is a chance they may add it in later on. But for now, it's simply not something in the books for them at launch. So this is without a doubt some very disappointing news out there for console players. But hey, at least there is still a chance that Motive will take in some of the feedback here and make things right. Hopefully. Lastly, I also wanted to go over quickly on all of the different kinds of Imperial pilot and customization outfit options in Squadrons. At least those that we currently know of. Thus far, we've only been presented the pilot customization options for the New Republic, but not the Empire. And seeing that I've been noticing folks complaining at how there will apparently be barely any customization for the Empire and Squadrons and all of that, then I figured now is a good enough time than any to finally set the record straight here. Because the Empire will actually get its fair share of customization, don't you worry. As thus far, we've seen almost 10 versions of Imperial outfit options, including 3 that are never before seen outfits in canon or Legends. So let's dive in here. The first option that we see is that of the standard appearance of the Imperial TIE pilot. This will surely be the default look that everyone will start the game off with. The second option is a slight variation of the standard TIE pilot look, but now includes shoulder pads as well as some new elements added around the control box on the chest. Option 3 is even more unique, as now it's all in red, but also has a completely different chest armor, belt, control box, and armored gloves too. Without a doubt, this outfit will also be coming with a unique looking red helmet as well. Options 4, 5, and 6 are basically the standard TIE pilot helmet, but with various different face coloring designs, such as a red skull or gray elements around the face and the tubes. Option 7 is the Imperial Ace outfit that comes with a unique helmet with yellow on black elements. This outfit option is currently being offered as one of the pre-order bonuses for Squadrons. Option 8 is hard to see, I'll give you that, but from what little we can make out, it seems to use the Imperial Ace helmet, but with red elements instead of yellow, and features shoulder pads plus a different chest piece too. Lastly is option 9, which is something that is also incredibly unique. A whole new different kind of helmet with a grayish blue color scheme, as well featuring a bunch of padding underneath the control box. The glowing green eyes here also give this outfit a real cool finishing effect too. And that's just the Imperial outfit options that we've seen from the Squadrons trailer alone. Considering that we know of other TIE pilot designs which exist in canon, like for example that of Baron Reuter with the combination of red and gray accents on his helmet and suit, only leads me to believe that there will most definitely be much more customization options than just these 9 that we've seen thus far. Again, I noticed a lot of folks complaining about Imperial customization, especially in my video discussing on why Squadrons isn't taking place in the Clone Wars, with some people suggesting there that clone pilots are better to customize than with the Imperials, all because the Imperials apparently have no customization whatsoever. And well, looking at all these options, we can of course safely say that by no means is true. And the final game will very likely even give us even more Imperial customization that we see here too. Until the next time, this will do it for your Squadrons update. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel to not only support it, but also keep up with Star Wars news, gaming, and canon lore released every week. And consider following me on Twitter and Facebook to never miss out on the latest Star Wars content. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.